Going on, Robin Hood? How we doing, peeps? How we doing? Everybody okay? Let's see here. How do I current selection? If I do this, that puts it back on full screen, right? Nope. Wow. I don't know why it's doing that. Everybody doing okay? What we got in here? What's going on? Grateful Heart. What's up, brother? Yannick, Salish, Brad, Robin Hood. Everybody say hello. 24 in here, 28 in here. There we go. I figured everybody's hanging out today. Market's closed. Got to have something to do, right? I'm sitting here itching to trade a little bit. Crypto not really moving much. Um, I was going to look at, let's see here. There we go. Been looking at Sui a little bit, and then I thought I'd take, if anybody had some questions or anything, we could look at stuff. What's up, Charles? Dennis, Crazy K. What's up, Demetrius? Suleiman Laik. I'm saying that right. Hi, how are you? Jacob. Zodi Valentine, good morning. Been watching your work and learning from you the past few weeks. First time commenting. Hey, thank you so much. Am I saying your name right? Misodi? Thank you so much. Royalty, what's up? What is going on? Yeah, I wish the markets were open today, man. But that's all right. That's all right. I meant to I meant to share the video. Let me put it in the options chat and the free chat and stuff. Here's a free chat. See if we get maybe some new people in. Hope everybody's doing okay. Anybody got something you want to look at? Me Saudi. Okay. Very cool name. Very cool name. Man, me Saudi. Me Saudi. I like it. Too bad we can't make any trades of it. Jacob, man, I know it. I was hoping maybe crypto moving a little bit, but I even I hopped on Blowfin, looked around. I traded some new one that landed today. I made $100 this morning. I can't find anything else moving. Let's see, we got DocuSign. You sold your Sonic. Did Sonic pop? I didn't even look. Yeah, let's look at Bitcoin while we're Bitcoin. Boy Gaming. Yeah, I'll take a look at DocuSign. TSLL. Okay. Was there something else somebody asked for? Hey, thanks, Salish. Looky there. My dog. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I did. I know Tribal Trader been on that Sonic stuff pretty heavy. So but I didn't follow up. I only got to trade a couple of those like micro coins and stuff, and I made good off a couple of them, and then all that crap happened, and it was a it was a mess, and then it just kind of like all that Sui blockchain just started. It just wasn't uh, safe. I took 20% swing trade since crypto is trending down or sideways. I hear you, Jacob. Yeah, man, probably a good idea. VCD McDaniel, good morning. Um, let's look at Sui right fast. I've been pretty dead on with Sui. I ain't patting my back, but I've been pretty on with it. Let's see here. Royalty, I'm not familiar with ETH. What? Tell me what that is. Hey, Salish, $10 super chat, my dog. Thank you. Shagard B, Shigard B. Good morning. Good morning, T. Edwards. Tejan, no sir, you've not missed a thing, brother. You've not missed a thing. We're just kind of charting. Everybody's got four tickers here to look at. And what's up, Dwayne? So we'll look at. Hi, Shelly. Do you think Sui could get back to $2 again? Do I think the bottom's in? I'm gonna look at Sui first. Um, wow, got 48 people in here on a closed day. I'm digging it. How many likes we got? Hit that like for me, guys. Hit that like button for me. All right, here's Sui on the daily. I did take a scalp, a swing off of this right here, just off this MACD for an opportunity. That was right on the line that I had this 280, it's a 280 area, I guess. It ended up coming to 288. I was happy loading on this volume shelf here because we were getting, I anticipated this a little and I noticed the RSI dropped to 32 on the daily. So I did catch this move like 280, 290, to 370 area. I'll take that any day, man. It was a 2 or 3 day trade that worked out pretty nice. Um, ETH is a 2x ETF leverage of Ethereum that can be traded like stocks. Okay, Grateful Heart. I'll go back to that question. How do you draw your lines? Where do you determine? I got you, brother. I got you. We'll do that too while we're on here. Okay, so here's Suey. Long term, it ain't a beautiful Head and Shoulders. I would have liked it just to be in one peak up here, but it still got that kind of look to it. This is what I think. It's kind of a if this then that type thing. If we break 280 basically 278, and that's where we come on this last pop. We're going to come to at least 240 and could come all the way back to 210. So 280 is a line in the sand for me. And when I even go, Josh got me on this doing a 2-day chart sometimes, and it's still a little bearish leaning to me. Even on the weekly, you can see, the weekly has remained above the zero line on the MACD. So it's still technically in bullish hands long term. I definitely think we can come back down here to 210. I would feel real good about uh, kind of doing some busted up DCA orders between 280 down to 210. Leaning, yeah, like I kind of want to wait and see what 280 does next time. Between 280 and 290, so there's a little 10 cent cushion in there. If if we lose that, I think she's coming on down, and I would love to pick it up because I don't think it's over, but I think that I think we've still got some more down room. This daily just now could not. You can see it tried to pop, and the RSI just shut down at like 48 right here on the daily. If this RSI had pushed on through 50, we would still be uptrending, climbing back towards 420 area, 430. But that's not what we got. So we got to take what the chart gives us, and you know, long term, it was showing us bearish divergence on the charts and the RSI. Look, check this out. Here's where RSI peaked. So this is buying pressure, right? This is what gives us our momentum. So momentum was slowing while price still climbed. It was showing us bearish divergence in the charts. So, 538 is highs, and we've just kept on selling off since then, even though we've had a few pops. This was a really good pop. That's why I love this between 240 and 210. Like I think that's the load zone. There's nothing here in this area to catch us if we break 285 or so, 280. Nothing to catch us. So that's my lowdown on Suey. Miss Saudi, yes, I will show you how to do VWAP bands on Weeble. Okay, next was DocuSign. Man, what's up? Maggie, what's up? Max, come on, girl. Come on. Oh, what a cat. Say hi, Max. Sorry, guys. Maggie was showing her tail a little bit. Big boys. Short time frame support, Suey. I had 310. 310 to 285. Now, on the 1 hour, if she gets oversold some, it'll usually pop. You can see even back here, it's running out of liquidity for the top for moving up. You know, we was catching some good moves off of the RSI sometimes when it was being oversold. Those moves are getting smaller and smaller. It's just, RSI is not there to push it. So, yeah, that's my short time frame, 308, 285. Mariano, what's up? So, let me catch up on comments here, guys. Jacob, I don't know much about XRP. I ain't gonna BS you. I've not ever kept up with it much, but I know Mariano. Yes, I do one-on-one. You can reach out to me on the Discord. I've just sort of done it on the side right now until Josh gets the channel launched, and uh, it's just been a slow process. So there will be an official channel coming out soon, very very soon. But until now, you can reach out to me on Discord, at me, or send me a message. You guys send me a message first. I'd never, ever, ever, ever message anyone first and ask you for anything. Okay? I will never friend request you first or come on and say, hey, I've got copy trading. Do you want to do that? I ain't about it. I'm not going to do it. So do not get scammed. Okay? Don't get scammed. If you reach out to me first, I will reply. Okay. Now somebody had only thing I tell you about XRP is I would refer to Tribal Trader. And when I heard him talk about it the other day, the supply that they have is like it's uh, I, I think it's got some more pump in it like the rest of it. All of crypto, I think we have a few more months, 4, 5, 6 months left of the cycle, but uh, I'm going to focus on anything that Josh or Tribal Traders got to suggest and Suey. That's going to be my main. That's going to be my main things. I have scalped Suey till it's just not scalpable anymore. I've scalped anytime I can find a good scalp on it. I usually pop my chart on my channel and tell you guys what my level are. Um, so Suey has been a hot one this time. If I can double it one more time, if I can load again down here between 210 and 230 and run this thing back to $5, I'll be happy with it because this is oh yeah, Son V. It happens. I hate it. But Josh says it just about every video. Do not accept friend requests from him, and still people do it. I know it looks legit sometimes. It's horrible. Yeah, Tanya, I mean, it very well may be. It's got a big following. Go and watch Tribal's video from the other day. And it ain't nothing against Keenan. Keenan's uh, a great trainer, great guy. It's this last video he did. What if we never have alt season? I think that was it. It was yesterday on for Tribal Trader. Yeah, it's Tanya. So what? Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't get caught up in the hype. XRP, you know, he gave Mark gave a good rundown of it. You know, how many tokens they can still unlock, and you know, they just keep. What happens is they keep pushing coins uh, into the pool, and it dilutes. It's like when a stock uh, does a an offering, and it makes the value of the coin go down, and they have like unlimited ability to do that. So, you know, I don't think it's something I'm getting into, but that's exactly right, Mariano. It's just you can't you can't take that chance. Don't listen to anybody reaching out to you like that. That's why I never reach out to anybody first. Ever, ever, ever. If somebody messages me, then I try to return their message, or you can just do it in open chat, and I usually see the notifications. But yeah, I'm not really uh I'm not well versed on XRP. I'm just not, and I'm not a crypto genius. You know, that's why I say, you know, look to Mark, look to Josh, uh, and Mark is, you know, he's very impressive. Uh, and I would call him a DGen. He is he is knee deep in it, man. He knows what's up. That's for sure. Um, yes, sir, Jacob. I'll tell you something about before I hit DocuSign here for whoever that was that asked. I'll be pulling it up. So, what is it? DOCU DocuSign. Let's tell you something about crypto, guys. When Josh comes out and says it's over, Bitcoin top is in, I'm done. You know, I'm out. I'm done. Josh is I think he's still bullish leaning, but you know, ultimately Bitcoin has to push through 110K to start running us up again. It has to. And I did last time I looked at Bitcoin, I didn't like it. Crypto money is made from buying in the winter and selling after the winter. You know, once it runs up, I'll show you um, right where. Let's go to a weekly. This is Bitcoin Weekly. When I'm buying most of I didn't even buy Bitcoin. I bought alts, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't choose the best alts. I didn't choose the best, but I still tripled. I tripled. So you get here's June of 22. I would call this August of 23, almost a whole a little over a year to buy, and I sell on the first, I've tried to sell towards the top of the last Bitcoin cycle. It was even picking crappy ones. I've tripled and quadrupled some. Uh, and then the stuff I've learned and the things I've missed this time, I will do so much better on the next cycle. This was my first real cycle with crypto, watching the whole thing. And I know a lot's changed this time uh, because we've got, the institutions into it now and things are changing. Um, when I go add let's do this RSI now. Look at the volume shelves, guys. I mean, we're creating a shelf up here, but if we lose basically 90, 89 to 90K, if we lose that, and I set an alert here, I'll set an alert at 89. If we lose that, we will not catch until 71. And you talking about wrecking alts. I'm not holding nothing right now. I think Mark even said the only thing he was holding was what he considered his moon bags, and that's probably with the house money. He's not got anything in it. He's just playing with house money. So, we had this, if we do a parallel channel here, you can kind of see about right in there. That's a descending bullish channel. Once we broke out of it, we had a rise. Uh, I don't really see, I don't see that on this up here. I see more of a double top and some consolidation. Like that's just me. I could be wrong. Like I say, I'm not a crypto. It looks just more like consolidation to me, which ain't a bad thing. But I see these volume shelves, how low these are compared to these. This is this is double the volume down here, double the volume. So really, it needs more buyers to step in to push it through. What is this up here? 109. We got to get through 109. So that's the fixed range volume profile. Salisha got you. WMT. Okay, so let me go back to DocuSign. It was the first one somebody asked for. We're on the daily. I don't like it. We're you've got support. 83 down to 80, somewhere in that neighborhood. Maybe 79 or 80, somewhere in there. If this thing loses this shelves up here, 87. What's a 1 hour looking like? Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. I hope that, yeah, it's already struggling here. On the daily, I will say also, let me get this thing back in the screen. Well, you got earnings coming up. Is that what it was? You thinking about far out call to March 6th on DocuSign? I okay. Yeah. I would I think there's still more down pressure. This MACD has fallen the signal lines through the zero line, the MACD lines trailing through the histogram here. That's it's still got some down pressure on it. RSI is well below 50. I would look for it to come back here to 80 and test, in my personal opinion. Yeah. If it can test 80 and hold, I might consider if you're at least getting. I mean, you got a little bit of life here on the 4 hour, got oversold, and then it's popping off of it. So I would want to get the 4 hour firing back. I mean, this crossed up, but it's still well under the zero line. It's not really gotten bullish yet. That's my opinion, brother. I hope that helps you. I'm not familiar with the ticker very much. There you go. There you go, X boy. Um, okay. We did Bitcoin, DocuSign, TSLL, somebody said. What's that? That's the Tesla. That's the Tesla 2X. It follows Tesla, right? Doesn't go against it, it follows it. So do we back chart crypto the same as we chart spot? Tajon, yeah, a lot of similar ways. I would. Um, I guess it's just a lot of crypto depends on what Bitcoin's doing also with it. Yeah, Dwayne. Okay, I thought so. I thought that's what it was. Okay, man, I'm not great with Tesla, to be honest with you. I would say this has to get back above 2340. Here was the problem with, Here was the problem with Tesla. It ran up, or is this back to April of 24? It ran up on on lower volume and more news catalysts. And that's why, I mean, when you zoom this thing, you can see everything was down here, all this volume. This was the last thing holding us, and you can see right where we bounced. Another reason we bounced and held right there is this. You see this last piece of structure that consolidated? That's why we bounced right there at the bottom of it. All this right here is the bottom of this volume shelf. So I'm not great at charting Tesla like Josh. I'll just I'll just tell you. I mean, to me, this got to get above. Got rejected at 23.40. Could come back up and test 23.40. Uh, I wouldn't be a bit surprised for this to hit 14.80, $15. All right, Dwayne. About Intel, or is that DG? Intel. I could try to look at Intel. You're welcome, Tejon. Yeah, I feel you, Dwayne. Hopefully that helps you, brother. WM. Yeah, I've got WMT wrote down. Somebody asked for ETH. If I thought it was a good long term. I'm not a big Ethereum fan, even though I bought it in the winter. Is ETH a stock or a crypto? I'm a little perplexed. Hey, I appreciate that, Dwayne. Appreciate that. I'm not a big Ethereum fan, I'll just tell you. I don't know how to. I'm not sure if I'm typing in the right thing. Is this the right ticker for ETH? Volatility shares, Trust 2x e ETF? Is that what this is? Am I on the right thing? We should probably chart ETH if we're charting if you're wanting ETH. Is that person still in here? All right. We got 51 people, 30 likes, and one thumbs down. Thanks. D Dog. Okay. I'll try to get to it, Kev. Somebody asked something there. Okay. ETH just follows ETH, right? 2250. And ETH never busted 41, did it? It's not even made it back to all-time highs. It's crazy. I think Mark touched on this too the other day with Ethereum. I feel you, Tajon. I don't know. Maybe I said something bad about somebody's stock. I don't know. I did come in here on a day off to do this, so like give me thumbs down, hurt my feelings. All right. Ethereum, do I think it's a good long-term investment? I think it could be, yes, at the right price, just like anything else. I think if I'm trying to buy Ethereum for the last pump of the year, or if I'm trying to buy something, I'm probably not buying ETH or ETHU. That's just my opinion. There's it seems to me that other things would be able to move much better. But if you're not looking to buy crypto itself, but just the ETF, uh, I would want to pick it up when Ethereum's down here around the 2200 area, even possibly get it around 2000. I don't know, you might not get 1800. I bought all of my Ethereum at 1200 and sold it at 3600. Really on the first pump up, I sold right in here, and it cannot get over. It's 4100 basically. I'm not crazy about it. I think if you're doing any crypto, there's other better things to do than Ethereum. But if you're getting ETHU, it's an ETF built for ETH. If you're going really slow and dollar cost averaging, I would get it. I would do my buys when ETH is between 2000 and 2200. Okay. Thanks, T. Edwards. Thank you. I told you guys I'd be here for you. Okay. WMT was next. Hey guys, give me one sec. Oh, I can't be in here charting with no peppermints, guys. All right. Ooh, Walmart. Man. I mean, wow. What's this paying? Dividends. I'm really wanting to start a dividend portfolio. Let's do a 1 hour. Golly. On a rocket, man. Yeah, Bernard, this is, as far as trading it goes, I mean, that's all you could do is wait for a pullback. 102.50. I'm guessing this doesn't have a lot of, does it have much movement through each day? Here's a decent day. 103.60 to 105.25. Point and a half on an option. How does Walmart options trade? Oh, I'm looking at puts. Here's calls. There's a little spread on the bid and ask. Uh, looks like some interest in the 100 strike. It's kind of low volume on these things. People may play leaps on them some. Let's look at January. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just. I'm not real familiar with these guys with Walmart. Something like this, all you can do is wait for a pullback to get into something. Uh, on the daily, it looks like, I mean, good Lord. Got a lot of support here between 97 down to 90. If you got that kind of a pullback, last pullback was 95 to 90, so it was only five. I mean, more of a long-term investment probably. And I would be waiting, like this is way overbought right now on the RSI. Look at all that. Last time it gave, this time here it didn't give much pullback. Yeah. Looks more of like a long-term investment stock to me. I would just be trying to pick it up on its support shelves. I don't know the last time it you know I bet this is COVID. No, AF22. Uh Looks more like a long-term investment dividend stock type thing to me. Whoever that was that asked for WMT. Okay? That's nice. That's a nice thing, Mike. Yeah, I can't offer much advice on Walmart. It's just a, like Salish said, long-term portfolio type thing. Now, oh, somebody said SPY. We can do it last. Intel. Hmm, what is it? INT. What is Intel? INTC. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to get this gap filled back up to 29 or so. 2630 resistance. Back to January of 2023. There you go, guys. That's why Josh bought it, I'd say. See this gap? If we get above 25, she's probably going back to 29 or 30. Dog going crazy. Yep, no problem, Tanya. I'll say this. Watch that daily RSI. Popped up here to 73. It's going to cool off some. So ultimately, it's got to get above 26. You could get back to 30. Then you got this shelf here to eat through. You could come up and test 35, and then that's your next. That's how I would go about it. If I got in down here at the bottom at 18, it's been a decent move. I think this is longer term thing for Josh. Let's do a 2-day chart. We'll go back to these highs. And then going to a weekly. Look at all that back through here. Josh had perfect entry. Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that, guys. Hopefully that helps you. Ultimately, I guess you want to get above his 32. Got good structure through here to get through. Then above 38. Okay. D Dog. I vaguely remember this. Hmm. Got earnings coming up Thursday. Oh, it just happened. Hmm. Man, I don't know. Let's see here. I guess earnings was bad or something. Got some support, which you're right here. All this back through here, that's what's catching that. More support here. 120.80. Yeah. That's, well, is it lagging? There we go. Royalty, yeah, that's trading view. That's the fixed range volume profile. Man, it's a rough one. You're sitting on support at 130, and you got some down here at 120. I think if you clear one, man, you got resistance at 140. That's the best I can do with this. This is a lot of, it must trade heavy volume. Let me look on my Weeble here. Eh, there's not a lot of movement in it right now. Look on 30-minute here. Not a big fan of it, man. I'm sorry. I can't do much with that. Can't do much with that one. I can adjust this line right here. 129.50 support. Back above 137 could get you to 140. That's near term. That's about the best I can get you, okay? Okay. Let's get one or two more here, guys. Got any more questions? Everybody have I answered everything pretty well? I've tried my best. Some of these tickers I'm not familiar with. Nvidia, somebody said. And then somebody wanted me to draw structure too. Was that Charles that asked about drawing structure earlier? Grateful Heart. You still in here, Grateful Heart? Got you, brother. Let's look at NVIDIA on the daily. Oh man, she's pushing. A lot of volume, man. A lot of volume. We got to get over 141. I do like the MACD, man. It looks strong on the daily, firing straight up. RSI looks good. I like it. I like NVIDIA. I think over 141 is what we got to have. Um, yeah, let's see where all this volume is. Okay, here's from January of last year. Here was good support at 126 down to 118. It's pretty decent support. I think we clear one about 140, 39.50, 140, then 146. That's our next two hurdles to get over, in my opinion, on NVIDIA, okay? What else do we have? I'll do SPY. Hey, what's up, Pronto? So, Sean and Bernard. Yes, charted music there. Yep, could be. I see that gap right here. I see that. The way you use this, guys, you want to, if you're day trading, I'll go to like a 1 hour and I will start from the last day and I'll go back like a week. I want to see stuff that's under us and stuff that's over us. So if I need to go back further to see things that are over us also near term, then that's what I'll do. Go to indicators, type in fixed range, and it'll come up RANGE right there. So then I just left click at the very last bar of the day, and I'll go back. Here's, we'll get those last downfall here. You can see this gap. to get over 139. Can get us back to 144 easy. Could run into trouble here at 142. So I'll start going back like that on a 1 hour time frame. NVIDIA runs a lot of volume, so sometimes it's hard to see. Let's do SPY. So when I do SPY, take it off. Okay. So the SPY, we're at highs pretty much. We barely got a little bit over top of us. I would want to go back and see, either the previous week or the previous 2 weeks, come down and select fixed range. I start at the beginning and I could come back to last Monday and get the whole week, including pre-market. And I see what's been given to me this past week. And I know that look at this big shelf we've now created up here. This is a 1 hour. So I want to keep uh I want to keep a hold of the bottom of this shelf at like 609.30. I don't want to lose 608.50. These two shelves here, because there's a big gap in volume all the way down to here. 606 and then 605. So that near term, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I think we've got support up there. That's why I took a call at the close on Friday, and I put that out as an alert. I took a call for this coming Friday's date. Um, and then I went to the daily, and I looked at the MACD and the RSI. And it looks a little bullish to me. We're almost to 60 on the RSI. Daily on the MACD is above the zero line, pressing upward. So, I really want to clear 63 on the RSI to keep pushing us up. So I'm looking at new highs, and I think if we lose that, excuse me, if we lose this shelf up here, we can come back down here to 605, and my call would be kicked. Okay. Now, Grateful, were you talking about the morning lines? How I draw like starting out the day? Ah, excuse me. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'll tell you, Friday was a rough day, guys. Had to work for it. Okay, grateful. So what I do, man, I go to the previous day and you see we had a big move up that day. So I'm definitely going to mark the highs of the day with a horizontal ray. So that was about right here. I'll get rid of this box a second and I'll show you why I put it there. And I noticed too, at the end of the day, this is why I put that in there. I noticed we were starting to create a channel. When you look at these after hours, it couldn't come under this. Tested it a couple times. So it had a channel somewhere in this neighborhood here. You'll see the next day how that comes into play. Grateful. We open up and I say, hey, pre-market low is all the way down here. I'm going to mark that just so I got it on my radar. 608.60. And I also notice the last hour of pre-market, uh, you start getting these candles right here. Can't it can't break through this. See, I marked the bottom of that range before. Look at this big candle. It told me something. Told me it couldn't break it under it. It's also lining up with the day before with that little channel that we got. When I come over here and it pre-market can't break through it to the downside, I put a mark there. It lines up with everything. Now, here was the high of the day before. Here was the low of that channel it created. Now, if you come over here and look, grateful, see two places where we retested that day for entries. See that, brother? What's up, Dirkus? Free Spirit, you're welcome. How do I determine other lines to make my prediction? Crazy K, the blue blue is up volume, gold is down volume. I'm looking for traders in general. I'm looking for the volume in general. And I will find the high and low of that shelf. So yeah, grateful. Like I always mark those, and when it's not such a crazy range that day before, I also this might look a little better to you. I also marked the low of the day before. So horizontal ray, I catch that big red wick candle right there. Here was the low of that day. I notice off the bat there was a reversal right here at this level. It couldn't break through one time, so I marked that. So then I say if I'm in the middle of the day on that day, these are 5-minute candles, and I couldn't break this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles at 607.40-ish. It reversed on me. This ended up coming all the way back, and look what we tested that day. This is the top of morning structure. See that first candle? That was the high of the day of morning structure. And then here's the third candle. Right here was the low, so I made a rectangle there. And lo and behold, you could have got a play out breaking out of the box up, and you could have took profits here because this could not make new highs. Eventually, now patience pays, at 1 o'clock in the day, 2 or 3 hours later, this retests the top of structure for another entry. So you get an entry here also, and that ends up being a rocket the rest of the day. Now, we come to the next day, which was Friday. I said, hell, I'm going to mark the high of the day, and it showed me consolidation into after hours all through here. So I know that's a channel. That's a channel. Now, I can do one or two things. I can make a rectangle. I can go ahead and drag it through the day and say, hey, this was some consolidation. I bet that might come back into play. And lo and behold, here was an entry because you tested the top. It couldn't break entry. This time you could have tried an entry here. You would have got stopped out. And then this tested the bottom of that structure. The only other ad I would have had is if it would have tested the bottom of pre-market. That could have been an ad to go along, depending on a couple other factors. This was basically a range day. This was a harder day to trade. This is where the 1 hour is probably stuck on the top side, but bleeding down. Yeah. So here we're over the zero line up here in bull hands, but it's kind of bleeding off. But as long as you're up there, it's not going to. If it's holding up there, it's not going to make any crazy moves to the downside. It's just not giving it up because the RSI was still running hot up here on a 1 hour time frame. So all you had was playing range and playing structure. That's all that day gives you. There's no trend. There's no breakout. Ultimately, I mean, this was the high, but really this area here was a little more dependable. It just, a little anomaly here. It broke above it for a second and come back down. So we'll see what pre-market does tomorrow. Obviously, basically 610.75 is resistance right now. So on top of that, Josh also marks morning market structure with those first 3 5-minute candles. Whereas here, I wouldn't too, when I add VWAP, it didn't hurt my feelings too bad to go ahead and take calls out of the gate on that day because we were pressing up on the MACD and up on the RSI. So this first candle closed above VWAP. I didn't care to take it, because really, if you mark the morning structure, the top of morning structure is here, and this is just not much of a move. From here to this is not much of a move, right? Oh, grateful. Man, you're welcome, brother. Thank you. Much love. Much love, man. I'm glad to help. Every day in the market can be challenging and present new looks and new obstacles that you've not seen before, or after a while, you'll see every kind of setup there is, and then you start noticing it. Well, hey, it's testing structure from before. Even if you didn't play this out of the gate and you waited, you got to move back to the top of that structure. I would have bet on the high of the day, given a bounce at the very least, and it gave a killer bounce. 609.75 to 610.85, one whole point on that bounce off structure. You know, otherwise would have felt okay taking puts right here, because for one, even on a MACD, on a 5 minute, you got a cross down right here, started curling over, giving us some down pressure. But that's why this thing never really broke down, because on a 1 hour time frame, we were still in bull hands. 1 hour, 4 hour. Look at the 4 hour MACD. We were in bullish hands. So even though we might get some pullbacks, it wasn't breaking. It wasn't gonna break down. Not that easily. Okay? You got it, brother. You got it. Guys, if you want to support me, you hit the description and the link in the video. You can subscribe to Josh's Discord using my link. It's the first link. If you hit more or the description or whatever, my tip jars are in there. If you want to leave a tip, you can. If not, it's okay. You can super chat now too on YouTube. And I got Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in there if anybody feels inclined. Webull link is in there. Blowfin link is in there. When crypto winter starts coming, I'm shorting crypto, and it's through Blowfin. So that's how I plan on doing it. All right, guys, I love you. Appreciate you. I hope this helped. Hope this helped somebody. If you got anything, hit me in the Discord. And I'm always happy to help. Thank you, man. 50 people tuned in. Thank you. Appreciate the heck out of it. Got any more questions? Holler at me in Discord, guys. Appreciate any support. Love you. Peace.